We got a bright future ahead of us.
We going to Jack the Rapper.
Meech, that's a Miami killer.
Think you deserve to have a free pass in my city?
The world is my oyster.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love BMF, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight, we're going to be talking about BMF Season 3, Episode 3. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions. Down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts, early impressions on this episode. And it was crazy, man. They had a lot of action. We already knew it was about to be a brawl at the Jack the Rapper weekend. We even seen the Tupac that I was telling you guys about weeks ago. It was a rumor that we will see, somebody play Tupac, and we saw that in this episode. Your boy Raw Dog Charles, he was out there kicking it, man. He was having a good time. But once he went home, he got, right back into reality. Once he saw that check that the doctor wrote, he was pissed off. Now, you guys, make sure you checked out my last few videos. Of course, the talk of the town is Power Book 2 Ghost being canceled. Yes, everybody's pissed off about that. I will, once again talk about that in another video. Go into more details about, why that was canceled and stuff like that. Your boy Michael Rainey Jr., he came out in where he did a live stream on Instagram talking about he didn't even know it was getting canceled. So, of course, he is upset. So we're going to discuss all those things in another video. You guys let me know what you think about that news. I've been seeing people talking about, look, they done with Starz. They saying, look, we ain't even watching BMF no more because y'all canceled Power Book 2 Ghost. Screw them. So we gonna see, man. We're gonna see just how much this is going to affect the future of Starz and the future of all these different shows. But like I say, man, y'all let me know what y'all thought about all that news that came out yesterday. But BMF, man, as I told you guys, a lot of action. We already knew that fight was going to break out. Glock was introduced in this episode. And Glock, man, he was trying to ease up in there with Charles. He was being real smart. But once Meech knew who he was like, hell nah. Dad, you got to get up out of here. Now, Charles was in there throwing those hands. You know what I'm saying? Meech, he was dropping guys off. We know he got into it with that Clyde character. And at the very beginning of the episode, when Meech got robbed, with Stacks being at his spot, which I told you guys, I don't trust Stacks at all. We saw that Clyde character, he had like his hoodie on or whatever, so we knew it was Remy's boys that robbed Meech, but I believe Stacks has something to do with that. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. But we know Meech and Stacks fell out in this episode, right? And we saw Lil Baby's character be introduced, and he stayed loyal to Meech. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on Rodney Greeny Green. He was pissed off, man, and we saw the real Rodney Greeny Green. He was in that car running his mouth to Angel, telling her, look, you ain't nothing without me, making her repeat it. You know what I'm saying? And Meech, he said, you know what? I know you was the one that set me up. You think you slick. They beat that boy down. And Duffy, he ended up sticking him, and he was out there leaking, y'all. But they did not drop him off. His water is not cut off all the way. And we already know he is going to be a problem in the future. And Angel, she already knows this as well. She was looking like, man, no, don't take him out or whatever. And he's right. Meech had to let her know, like, look, stop acting like that. You need to know your worth. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Angel, you better watch your back because Rodney, he is not going to let this go. You already know he's going to seek revenge. And Meech, they're going to have to handle this guy. And it seems like Meech cannot really catch a break with nobody. He is down there trying to, do business, not trying to really have any beef. And now he got into it with Rodney Greeny Green, a guy who he thought was going to be cool. But now it ain't cool no more. So now he has another person out there that's going to, basically be coming his way. So he's going to have to be on his P's and Q's that much more. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on Detective Bryant in this episode. Kevin, we know Kevin got beat down. He was holding his stomach, and we know Detective Bryant was pissed off. He was upset, telling him, just hold on, keep fighting, you're going to be all right. Well, I don't know about that because we know based off that official trailer for this season, we know that Detective Bryant and his ex-wife, Gloria, they're going to be at her funeral. Of course, the fan prediction is this funeral could be Kevin's, man. And if it is, I know Detective Bryant's gonna be sick. He gonna be sick. This episode, we saw Detective Bryant do business with Henry, and that whole thing was just flat out crazy. I mean, luckily, he didn't slip up. Well, he kind of did slip up. We know he helped save Detective Veronica Jinn, and he ended up taking the ambulance truck back to your girl Henry, and she was pissed off that one of her guys got dropped off. But Detective Bryant working with her, as of right now, is not looking too good, and I'm expecting more issues to pop off within that whole storyline. Now, as I told you guys, we already know that CPS, they came in, they was questioning Terry about how, he's raising his child up in that, house. And of course, we know this is all Detective Bryant's work. So of course he was pissed off, and we know they was kind of blaming Markeisha for all of this. Now, we already knew Markeisha was going to try her best to make sure Terry came back. And of course, she wanted to make sure Terry clapped those cheeks. So now Terry's going back and forth between LaWanda, Markeisha, Lucille. She was pissed off, telling him he needs to handle his business and stop messing around. But Terry, he ain't gonna listen. He gonna continue to mess with both of these girls, continue to make all these mistakes. And of course, he's gonna suffer some major consequences. But overall, this was an okay episode. I did like Meech and Charles, storyline that we saw in this episode, getting a little bit more history about their relationship. I believe that was a real cool thing that they did as far as this episode. Now, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next with this Glock character and all the different things that's going to be coming, Terry and Meech's way. And I also cannot wait to see how Charles is going to respond to seeing that check from the doctor. You already know he's going to be pissed off, and he's going to question Lucille, most likely in this next upcoming episode. But she had a hell of an episode, man. She was kicking it with the doctor, reminiscing on old times, and just having, a lot of fun while Charles was down in Atlanta living his best life. Now, I will be doing the full recap for you guys with more details. I'm going to, of course, watch the episode over and drop that recap later on in the day. So I want you guys to stay tuned, for that video. But man, overall, okay episode. I'm still trying to, adjust to some of these new characters. It is kind of weird not seeing like B. Mickey and Lamar and those guys from the first 2 seasons. I mean, the vibe is completely different in season 3. So it's going to be very interesting to see how everything ends by the end of the season. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.